Hi friends, I'm not a life coach, I'm not a therapist, I'm a mom. My name is Ina Irby. I think the sad thing about all of this is that another man's life was taken. And we know that this happens on a daily basis, but we don't necessarily see it happening. So therefore it doesn't really ever happen. And it's sad because these things have been going on for quite some time. I think now more than ever people have an opportunity to sit and think about things and how they want things to change. I know that people will say we're all in this together, and unfortunately we're not. There are people that are undergoing different circumstances that I don't know, I don't understand. And they have undergone those circumstances since birth. You can't hide the color of your skin. And I know that I experienced racism when I went to Washington, D.C. and when I went to Alexandria, Virginia, which was really strange because Alexandria, Virginia, we lived right across the street where all slaves were purchased. They were all bunkered in this pen that was used to house humans. And it was a place where everyone was trafficked. They were purchased there and trafficked from outside of that particular place. And I was so surprised. There was a sister there, and she had her fleshly sister work at a small little museum. It was just a tiny little hole in the wall. And that little hole in the wall was full of history. If the walls could talk. It was used as a local jail. And you would never even know anything like that existed there. So I find it unnerving that the United States of America has done everything it could to wipe away any sort of reference point where slavery started, where these people were put. That the United States would wipe out every vestige of its impropriety when it comes to human trafficking of people of color. In Germany, when it comes to the Holocaust, the prisons are still there and people walk through and it's eerie and they remember what people went through in Germany. And it's a hallowed place. For Indians, they have the reservations and the holy ground. For Indians, they have holy ground. And it's separated and untouched and memorialized. But it's very sad when it comes to slavery. A lot of people of color don't even know that. I don't think they even know that that area exists, and they will never know. They will never have hallowed ground and be able to memorialize something that happened in history. The United States never seems to really acknowledge it. And I think that's a lot of pain, and it causes a lot of anger, especially now think that there's been a lot of injustice, social injustice. And that social injustice is finally coming to a head. People are hurting. Being able to have an opinion like that, as not being one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and being able to voice it, that what we see is wrong, and what people have gone through, and what they're going through right now, it feels good to be able to have an opinion and to voice it. Black lives matter. All life matters. But it would be nice to see this country actually put a shrine up, so that, not that it will change everything, but we'll be able to memorialize people's lives that have been totally decimated, families that have been decimated. That we give them honor that has never been given before. That there be a holy shrine of sorts, so that people can memorialize death and say goodbye in a proper way. And that means say goodbye to all the pain as well, although it will never go away, but at least it'll give it a proper place in human history. Like this man will not just get a quiet under the rug. Okay, let's just kind of quietly forget about it. I think unless it gets a proper burial, a proper memorial, a proper memory. I hope my children, and wish my children to live in a much better place. At least one that acknowledges pain, so that healing can come. And of course, just like everyone else that has died, I look forward to a time when the earth will be a peaceful place. And we'll see those who have we'll see those whose lives didn't get a full existence here on the earth. A full, peaceful existence here on the earth. I look forward to a time when there will be true peace on the earth, brought about by something much greater than ourselves. I look forward to that time. That a great king will come and bring peace on the earth. Now, for those who don't believe in God, and they only believe in humanity, that will make those changes. Yes, I believe that mankind can make those changes. But they have to have humble hearts in order to be able to do that. And unfortunately, religious leaders don't seem to stand up to that character, unfortunately. Religious leaders don't have that character of humility. And our political leaders don't either. So, in order for change to be made, you have to have a humility of sorts. That doesn't seem to be happening. So for those who have been affected by this man's death, and those who are out and protesting, be safe. Be wise. And then use common sense. Wash your hands. I don't agree with a lot that is said right now in the media. It's a media virus. It's a media virus. I enjoy statistics that can actually be seen. I have a doctor that I like listening to that I just recently heard. And even though I wasn't a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a politician, I am a mom. And even before, I noticed how many times do you wear your underwear? 3 or 4 times? No, you wash your underwear. If you have underwear, you don't wear it 3 times and not wash it. Something's wrong with you. So why would you put something on your face? Doesn't make sense. There's skid marks on that face mask. So, it's just kind of common sense that it wouldn't be something you would want to continually wear. So for those people that are protesting, do common sense things. Wash your hands. And if you have kids, the minute those shoes come off, I'm more worried about their feet than their hands. As we're a family that I make people that come into the house take their shoes off. I'm more worried about their feet. I don't care about their hands. Ooh. So I'm always telling the kids, wash your feet. Anyway, and for all those ExJWs out there, don't worry. Things will calm down. It's part of life. People need to get it out. People are just getting it out right now. And we know how that feels. And things will not... hopefully it will... people will make changes. People will see the importance of making changes. And accountability. Making people see the importance of accountability. And as ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, we understand that. We want people to be accountable for badness. Acknowledged. Accountability and acknowledgement. That's very important. I want it to be acknowledged and there be accountability and that there would be a sense of humility that makes people change and think about those who have died. And that people's lives matter. People of color, their lives matter. Black life matters. People of color, their lives matter. People, they matter. Their lives matter. So, I hope this helps you on your healing journey, friends. I hope you're safe and well. Follow your bliss and be good humans.